In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I lay my baby hairs. Okay, so we're going to start off with a very thin section. The reason I have you guys do a thin section is because nobody wants no thick baby hairs. Thin, you'll have the more natural look with it. Now, the blue stuff I'm applying is jam. The reason I use jam is it'll hold the hair in place for me as I'm forming my baby hairs, and they'll actually stay in place. I also use foam. I'll show a picture in a couple of seconds of the exact jam that I use. And don't worry, the jam is not heavy on the hair. Once you apply the styling strips to the hair, the actual styling strips absorbs that jam. So don't worry about if the jam is going to be heavy on your hair because, like I said, the styling strips will absorb all of that. Next, we're going to cut the baby hairs. I'm assuming that everybody has one of these. Well, I'm hoping that everybody has one of these. If not, an eyebrow razor would do just as fine. They cut just as perfect, but I just prefer these. So you're going to cut them about an inch. When I say an inch, I mean exactly an inch. We don't want them too long. We don't want them too short. An inch is perfect. So I'm going to show you my finger here in a second. Let me see. Right here. This, from here to that first line in your finger, is an exact inch. That's how long you want to cut your baby hairs. 1 inch. Believe me, it'll save your life every time, and it's perfect. It's the perfect length for baby hairs. Okay, so next we're going to use our styling foam. I prefer BB. That's the brand I prefer. You can use whatever you like. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take the foam, get that excess hair out of my way. I don't want nothing in my way while I'm trying to form these baby hairs. Next, I'm going to use my baby hair brush. I don't know what y'all call it, but I call it my baby hair brush. It saves my life. They sell them at your local beauty supply store. I hope so because that's where I got mine from. So we're going to use our baby hair brush, and that's jam again. Remember, the jam is going to be absorbed with the styling strip, so it's not going to weigh the hair down. It's not going to make it heavy. So we're just going to take that baby hair brush, and we're going to dip it right into the jam, and then we're going to start forming our baby hairs. Right here, all I'm doing is taking the jam, getting, laying it down real slick and smooth to have that nice and flat foundation. Now, when you're actually forming your baby hairs, we want to go like a lowercase c. We don't want any capital C's. Those are too big. The smaller the better. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my baby hair brush, I'm brushing them down first, and then I'll go behind and I'll actually use my comb to brush up that excess hair to blend it right into the hairline so it seems seamless, okay? You see how that baby C is just formed? And I use my finger to hold the curve in that baby hair. I do it for all of them, okay? It's going to take some time to get used to. It's not going to happen overnight. Remember, practice makes perfect. So if you practice this every day, I promise you your baby hairs will be perfect, all right? Now that we have our baby hairs nicely molded, we're going to use our Gotta Be Glued Free spray. We're going to spray the baby hairs only. That's it. Reason being, we want these baby hairs to be locked in place. I use this for shipping purposes so that when my customers get their units, their baby hairs are still intact. These are the styling strips. Remember in the beginning I told you about these? These are the styling strips that will absorb that jam. So when you take it off, it's like it never existed. I'm going to use 2 in this video. You can use however many you want. But I'm going to use 2 and I'm going to tie it tightly. Now remember, when you're placing these styling strips, you want to be very careful on that first one because the slightest movement in those styling strips will mess your baby hairs up. Then you're going to have to redo them all over again, which is annoying. So just be careful when you're applying that first one. After that, go for it. Alright, so now that it's done drying, I'm going to remove the styling strips and voila! Baby hairs. You see how the jam is non-existent? The styling strips absorbed it like I told you. I'm just gonna, if any of them have shifted, just comb them right back into place. But make sure that it's completely dry before you take it from under that dryer. It is the worst to take it from under there if it's not dry. But this is your end results. I hope this video helps you all. And I enjoy making it for you guys.